That bag you've flown with a dozen times, it might not make it past the gate in 2026. Your favorite travel outfit could get you denied boarding, that wheelchair assistance you're counting on. The rules just changed. I'm talking about 8 major airport and airline rule changes rolling out right now that most travelers have zero idea about. And number 3 is already causing massive confusion at security checkpoints across the country. A business traveler just paid $85 for a bag she's carried on for years. A couple got turned away at the gate over clothing. A passenger who genuinely needed wheelchair assistance waited 90 minutes because the system was overwhelmed. By the end of this video, you'll know exactly what's changing, how it affects your next trip, and the one phrase that protects you when these new rules catch you off guard. Let's jump in. Number 8. The civility campaign nobody asked for. Here's what the Department of Transportation doesn't want you focusing on. They just launched a civility campaign telling passengers to say, "Please and thank you." Yes, you read that right. The government is now reminding adults to use basic manners. Why? Because there have been 13,800 unruly passenger incidents since 2021. 1 in 5 flight attendants experienced physical incidents in 2024 alone. But here's the part that should make you angry. Instead of addressing why passengers are frustrated, shrinking seats, hidden fees, terrible customer service, they're blaming you for not being polite enough. Secretary Duffy posed questions like, "Are you saying thank you to your flight attendants? Are you helping pregnant women with overhead bins?" Look, most travelers are already polite. The real issue: airlines have made flying so miserable that tensions are at an all-time high. Here's what you do. Yes, be kind to flight attendants. They're not the problem. Document poor airline service when it happens. Know your passenger rights before you fly. Don't let airlines gaslight you into thinking you're the problem. Rule of thumb: kindness costs nothing, but don't confuse civility with accepting terrible service. Insider move. If you experience genuinely poor treatment from crew, file a DOT complaint within 24 hours. Airlines respond faster to official complaints than social media rants. But this civility push is nothing compared to what they're doing with dress codes. Number 7. The dress code enforcement disaster. This is the rule change catching travelers completely off guard with wildly inconsistent enforcement. Here's what's happening. Airlines are cracking down on dress codes, but enforcement is all over the place. Delta just banned AI-equipped glasses like Ray-Ban smart glasses. You literally cannot board wearing them. Most airlines now strictly enforce a 2-item carry-on limit: backpack, sling bag, and carry-on suitcase. You're getting stopped. But here's where it gets absurd. A United passenger took off his pants mid-flight and faced 0 consequences. Meanwhile, other travelers have been denied boarding because their shorts were too short. Spirit updated their dress code to explicitly ban passengers who are barefoot, inadequately clothed, or wearing see-through outfits. One traveler was stopped for a crop top. Another sailed through in basically pajamas. The confusion is the strategy. Inconsistent enforcement keeps you guessing and compliant. Here's your action plan. Dress conservatively for flights. Business casual is your safest bet. No crop tops, short shorts, or see-through clothing. Leave AI glasses at home or in your checked bag. Stick to the 2-item carry-on limit strictly. Pro tip: if you're denied boarding for dress code violations, ask for the specific policy in writing. Many gate agents are making up rules on the spot. The magic phrase, "Can you show me where that's written in your official policy?" Think inconsistent dress codes are bad. Wait until you see what's happening to wheelchair assistants. Number 6. The wheelchair assistance crisis. Here's what airlines and airports don't want you to know. Wheelchair assistance just got significantly worse for people who actually need it. The problem has 2 parts. First, Jetway Jesus incidents where able-bodied passengers fake needing wheelchair assistance to skip lines have increased 30% at major airports. This siphons resources away from people who genuinely need help. Second, and this is the part that should outrage you, the Department of Transportation just paused enforcement of new rules that were supposed to protect disabled travelers. These rules required airlines to return wheelchairs without damage and provide loaner equipment when issues occur. So, let me get this straight. They're cracking down on passengers saying, please, but not on airlines destroying wheelchairs. A 74-year-old veteran requested wheelchair assistance for his connection at Newark. After waiting 50 minutes, he missed his flight. United solution. Rebook him the next day with no hotel because the missed connection was his responsibility. Here's your strategy. Request wheelchair assistance, but arrive 3+ hours early for connections. Document your request confirmation number. If assistance doesn't arrive within 15 minutes, find a gate agent immediately. Consider avoiding tight connections if you need mobility assistance. Insider move. Call the airline 48 hours before your flight to confirm wheelchair assistance is noted on your reservation. Get the agent's name and confirmation number. But wheelchair issues are just one part of a bigger problem with how airlines are treating passengers. Number 5. The Isosceles Lice Crackdown. This one has a name that's both hilarious and insulting. Aisle lice. Here's what's happening. Airlines are cracking down hard on passengers who stand up before the seatbelt sign goes off after landing. France just implemented fines up to $20,000, about $23,040 for unruly behavior, including standing up too early. American Airlines installed automated scanning systems that reject your boarding pass with a loud beep if you try to board before your group is called. But here's what's really going on. Airlines created this problem by making boarding so complicated and stressful that passengers feel like they have to fight for overhead bin space. You've also got gate lice, passengers who crowd the boarding gate before their zone is called, and raw dogging, flying without entertainment, just staring at the seat in front of you for hours. The real issue: airlines have made flying so unpleasant that passengers are acting out of desperation, not rudeness. Here's what you do. Stay seated until the seatbelt sign goes off. It's the law. Don't crowd the gate before your boarding group is called. If you need overhead bin space, pay for priority boarding, except that you're not getting off the plane faster by standing in the aisle. Rule of thumb: the plane doesn't leave faster because you stood up. Stay seated. Pro tip: if you have a tight connection, inform a flight attendant before landing. They can often arrange for you to deplane first. Now, if you're finding this valuable, hit that like button right now. It helps other travelers discover these rule changes and subscribe so you never miss critical travel updates. Okay, here's where airlines are really hitting your wallet. Number 4. The end of loyalty programs as we know them. This is the change that's going to cost frequent flyers the most money. Here's what just happened. Southwest officially ended their 50-year bags fly-free policy on January 27, 2026. Your first checked bag now costs $35. Your second costs $45. Southwest is also moving to assigned seating and zone-based boarding with groups 1 to 8, completely ending their signature open seating model. But it gets worse. American Airlines made a change that should infuriate loyal customers. As of December 17, 2025, basic economy tickets no longer earn any AA Advantage miles or loyalty points at all. Think about that. You're still paying American Airlines. You're still flying on their planes, but you get 0 credit towards status or future flights. And now there's something called basic business class. Imagine paying $2,000 for a business class ticket, but not being allowed to choose your seat or earn miles. Delta is testing this on comfort seats and hinting it's coming to international routes. United executives said, "Not everybody wants the full experience." Translation: we're going to charge you the same price, but give you fewer perks. Here's your complete strategy. Avoid basic economy if you care about miles. Pay the extra $30 to $50 for main cabin. For Southwest, book early to avoid paying for bags. Compare total trip costs, not just base fares. Consider switching airlines if your loyalty isn't being rewarded. Insider move. Use airline credit cards to maintain status even when flying basic economy. Many cards offer automatic elite status or bonus miles that offset these changes. But there is some good news in all these changes. Number 3. The free Wi-Fi revolution. Finally. Alright, here's the one positive change in this whole mess. Fast and free or very affordable. Wi-Fi is finally becoming standard across major airlines. American Airlines is rolling out free Wi-Fi for AAdvantage members on nearly every flight by spring 2026. United offers free Starlink Wi-Fi for Mileage Plus members on more than half their regional fleet. Delta provides free Wi-Fi for SkyMiles members on most domestic and international flights. Southwest gives free Wi-Fi to all Rapid Rewards members, and JetBlue has offered free FlyEye for all passengers for years. But here's the catch. You need to be a loyalty program member. If you're not signed up, you're paying $8 to $25 per flight. One traveler paid $25 for Wi-Fi on a 16-hour flight from Canada to Thailand and said it made the flight go by so fast because she could work and stream entertainment. Here's what you do. Sign up for every airline's free loyalty program before you fly. Download the airline app. Many require app-based login for free Wi-Fi. Test the connection early in the flight in case you need to troubleshoot. Don't rely on Wi-Fi for critical work. It can be spotty. Pro tip: if you're paying for Wi-Fi and it doesn't work, immediately request a refund through the airline app or website. Most airlines will credit you without argument, but free Wi-Fi won't help you if you can't get into the airport lounge. Number 2. The lounge access apocalypse. Here's what frequent travelers are discovering the hard way. Priority Pass and lounge access are becoming worthless. The problem is simple. When everyone has lounge access through credit cards and loyalty programs, the lounges fill up and people get denied entry. Delta SkyUps have been particularly overcrowded, with the airline implementing new caps on annual lounge visits and requiring exceptionally high spending to unlock unlimited access. One traveler said, "I used to love having Priority Pass, but lately I keep getting rejected. I'll show up and they'll say there's a 45-minute wait or they're at capacity." Here's your action plan. Arrive at lounges early. They fill up fast during peak hours. Have a backup plan. Airport, restaurant, quiet gate area. Use a VPN on all public Wi-Fi. This is non-negotiable. Consider whether lounge access credit cards are worth the annual fee anymore. Insider move. Some lounges have quiet rooms or secondary locations that are less crowded. Ask the front desk if they have overflow space available. And speaking of security, this next change is causing travelers to miss flights. Number 1. The travel authorization nightmare. This is the change that's already causing the most problems at airports right now. Here's what's happening. Airlines are increasingly denying passengers boarding because they don't have the right travel authorization, and most travelers have no idea these requirements even exist. The UK's ETA, Electronic Travel Authorization, is already required. You need to apply online before you travel, and airlines will check for it before letting you board. Europe's ETIS is delayed until late 2026, but when it launches, you'll need to apply online and pay around $8 before entering most European countries. Why are airlines so strict about this? Because if they let you fly without proper documentation and you get denied entry at your destination, they're responsible for flying you back at their own expense. A family showed up at JFK for their London vacation. They had valid passports but hadn't applied for the UK ETA. The airline denied them boarding. They lost their $3,200 in flights and hotel reservations. Here's your complete strategy. Research entry requirements 60 days before international travel. Apply for ETAs and travel authorizations as soon as they're available. Print confirmations and keep them with your passport. Arrive at the airport 3+ hours early for international flights. Budget extra time at European immigration. It's going to be slow. The magic phrase, I have all required travel authorizations. Would you like to see my confirmation? Pro tip, check the embassy website of your destination country, not just the airline website. Airlines sometimes have outdated information. Now, knowing these 8 rule changes won't matter if you don't have the right documents and items packed correctly for TSA screening. Most travelers are making critical packing mistakes right now that are getting them stopped, delayed, or even fined at security checkpoints. And it's not just about liquids anymore. TSA's new scanners are flagging items that used to sail through without issue. I created the TSA Survival Kit specifically to solve this problem. It's a complete checklist of what to pack, what to avoid, and the exact phrases to use when the TSA stops you. Travelers who use this system get through security 40% faster and avoid 95% of common TSA issues. You can grab the TSA Survival Kit at the link in the description. Don't let these 2026 rule changes cost you hundreds of dollars or ruin your next trip. Safe travels, and I'll see you at the airport.